Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, my name is Vanessa Buyai, and yes, karibuni sana. And for the oldies, thank you for always supporting me. And guys, if you've not subscribed, kindly do click on the subscription button, and I will really do appreciate sana. Yeah. Today guys, I want us to talk about the topic anxiety. Anxiety, as I had told you earlier in the previous video, is the theme of this year's mental health awareness month. And again, as I had told you in the previous video, this month May is usually the mental health awareness month. Never forget about that. So what is anxiety? In simple terms, anxiety, it's natural or a normal human emotion that we all experience from time to time, and mostly this occurs when we are worried about the future. We are we have the feelings of potential threats occurring, or we have uncertainties about certain issues. And under the school of psychology, you find that if these feelings become worse, it is declared a disorder. So therefore, I'll just try to give you a small explanation of what anxiety disorder is. Anxiety disorder is when the anxiety that you're feeling interferes with your daily life functioning. That is when it is in excess. Now the anxiety is there, but it's in excess, it's persistent, and it's uncontrollable. That is the time when it will be declared a disorder. And we have different types of anxieties. We have the general anxiety disorder. We have the agoraphia. Agoraphia. Agoraphobia, not agoraphia. Oh my god, sorry for that. We have agoraphobia. We have panic disorder. We have social anxiety or social phobia. We have separation anxiety disorder, and we have specific phobias. And I'll just try to give us explanations of the meaning of these 6 types of anxieties that I have mentioned. The general anxiety disorder, this is a chronic or excessive worry or anxiety about various aspects of life. That is maybe work, health, or family. For example, now when I use the scenario of work, it's the scenario where maybe somebody has anxieties of whether they will be fired by the employee or not, whether their work they are doing it right or not, things like that. And yeah, that falls under the generalized anxiety disorder. And then the panic disorder, this is the recurrent or unexpected panic attacks, and these episodes are always intensive for period because of maybe the periods of fear that you have or discomfort, and they are always accompanied with physical symptoms. So for panic attacks, they always are accompanied with physical symptoms, e.g., heart palpitations and sweating. And yeah, that is now our second definition of the second type of anxiety that we have. The third one, we have social anxieties. For social anxieties, it is the intense fear for socialization, for social situation, not socialization, for social situations, that when this person is supposed to, when they are around people, they start to experience, maybe they are sweating, their heart is racing, and they have persistent worries about being embarrassed, humiliated, or judged by others. So their role is not comfortable because they feel like, am I doing this thing right? As in, they have that fear of being embarrassed. They have said they have the fear of being humiliated or judged by others. And people with social anxieties may avoid social interactions. So most of the time you'll find that they stay indoors or they just avoid crowds. Most of the time, if maybe if a situation occurs where they're supposed to be in crowds, they rather arrive there early and leave the last person, as in, you see. And another thing, they also avoid things like public speaking in front of people, those interactions. Yeah. Another type of anxiety, that is the fourth type of anxiety that I want to tell you about, is the specific phobias. Specific phobias are like the fear of heights, fear of blood, fear of insects, fear of certain animals, and you find that people who have these specific anxieties, they always tend to avoid that thing that they fear. And yeah, if it's a situation, they also try to avoid it, like they don't want to find themselves around that issue. And the second last type of anxiety that we have is agoraphobia, the one that was giving me a struggles in pronouncing. So agoraphobia is the fear of being in situations or places where escape might be difficult or embarrassing. You avoid situations where you will find yourself embarrassing yourself or it will be difficult for you. And the last type of anxiety is the separation anxiety disorder. And this type of anxiety mostly affects young kids, children, that is, it affects children, but it can also affect adults. And this type of anxiety mostly occurs when a child maybe is separated from someone they're attached to, maybe a parent or a guardian. And yeah, those are the 6 types of anxieties that I had. And according to DSM-5, we have some common symptoms that will be observed to declare that somebody has anxiety disorder. And for me, I have broken them down into 3 categories. That is the physical, cognitive, and the behavioral symptoms. Under the physical symptoms, you'll find somebody they has restlessness, insomnia, that is lack of sleep, lack of sleep. And then they will have maybe headaches, increased heart rate, fatigue, and under the cognitive symptoms, you will find that somebody is irritable. They experience irritability, racing thoughts, they anticipate for the worst, and they also have issues with concentration or thinking straight. So that issue might affect them in decision making situations. And lastly, under the behavioral symptoms, we have the somebody will find themselves procrastinating because they do not want to face that situation because of the feelings it's giving to them. So they will try to hold back, and that will lead to procrastination. You'll find that they have issues to do with appetite and sleep patterns. And lastly, most of the time they will be seeking reassurance. And maybe somebody is asking, then how can someone protect themselves from getting or developing anxiety disorder? Or how can somebody listen to themselves the time when they are developing anxiety disorder so that they can prevent this issue from worsening or becoming dire? So one of the things that you have to do is you should maintain a healthy lifestyle. How do you maintain a healthy lifestyle? An individual maintains a healthy lifestyle by you eat right, make sure you eat a balanced diet, you engage in physical exercises, you sleep, you get enough sleep and you sleep at the right time, you avoid consumption of alcohol and caffeine, because alcohol and caffeine also increases or yeah, it increases the rates, it increases your chances of developing anxiety disorder. Another thing is you should manage stress. How do you manage stress? You manage stress by there's this thing called PFA, psychological first aid. You're taught on how to manage your anxieties. For example, you if you're sitting on a seat like the one that I am seated on, you should sit at an angle of 90 degrees with your feet on the floor. And then when you're seated like that, you should make sure that your body is relaxed. Don't sit with tension. And after which, you should maybe close your eyes and then breathe in for 3 seconds. Then after breathing in for 3 seconds, you should wait for something like, again, 3 seconds before you breathe out with your mouth. So you breathe in with your nose for 3 seconds, breathe, hold, then breathe out through your mouth with 3 seconds. You should do that for around maybe 5 minutes or 3 minutes, until when you feel that your body is again back. That is just but one of the things that you can do to manage your anxieties or manage your stress. Another thing is take part in meditation. Meditation is when you maybe seated somewhere relaxed, peaceful, away from distractions, and or you lie down, then you do that first thing that I have shown you. After that, you go into your thoughts, and maybe you can do affirmations or just think of beautiful things. Yeah, that is how me I do my meditation. Or sometimes I do read the Bible. That is also another therapeutic way for me to meditate. Another thing, you can take part in yoga. And lastly, you should set realistic goals. you know um we are different human beings. The level I am in is a very different level from the one that you are in. So most of the times you'll find that human beings are in a competition, trying to outdo each other. Maybe you're seeing your classmate, who you are with in campus. Maybe they have bought a car, they have already started constructing their house, and you want to compete with them. You forget that you're not on the same pace. So you're setting goals that are similar to theirs, and maybe you are in step 1, them they have already reached step 20. So set realistic goals are that are favorable to you. you know if you are setting goals, set something that you can reach, you can acquire without reaching burnout or making your body feel. Yeah. Another thing is build resilience. How do you build your resilience? You build your resilience by developing coping skills and strategies. How do you, developing coping skills, for example, if you are always anxious, you should like check in what triggers my anxieties. Then what can I develop as a coping mechanism to this? What can I do to to counter those anxieties? And yeah, if yeah, as in basically that is what you can do. And then you should also come up with strategies. For example, if you have public speaking anxieties, you can stand before your mirror and always affirm yourself, or imagine that you're talking to people while facing that mirror, as in slowly by slowly. And yeah, you can, you know it can help. Another thing is you should seek social support. There are many social support groups nowadays. For example, for me, I'm always um part of YMCA, and once in a while we always have those support groups where youth come together, and then we talk about these issues. And if you are in a space where you are with people who speak the same language as you, it will give you the courage of moving forward Unlike when you are alone, you'll just feel like it's only you. But if you find these groups, you will be able to feel the confidence and you will keep pushing. Another thing is you should maintain a positive outlook. How do you maintain a positive outlook? You maintain positive outlook through affirmations. I am strong. Whatever I am going through will not conquer me down. Having those positive affirmations about yourself. Another thing is avoid negative or toxicity, and encourage positive thoughts in you, because positive thoughts always will be shown out there. Like, your thoughts are always huwa zinajionyesha. Another thing is you should reduce the use of recreational drugs and certain medication, because those medications and those drugs also increase the chances of you developing anxiety, or they put you to a situation where you become anxious. Another thing is practice self-care. I know most ladies talk about self-care, and when we talk about self-care, we talk about making our nails, making our hair, but that is not the only self-care. Self-care is you having that rest. If you're feeling that burnout, take a rest. Go for that vacation. Go for that hike. Your friends have invited you to go for a hike. Go for it. Do the things that make you happy. If it's bicycle riding, do, like, just go out of your space to do you. Read that novel, listen to that good music, dance yourself out. And another thing is establish healthy boundaries. If you are in an environment where people are toxic towards you, what you ought to do is put your boundaries known to them, so that they can know, if I cross here, I am triggering this person. And if they don't understand your boundaries, if they don't take in your boundaries, cut off that person. Your mental health comes first. So, as in, if somebody is jeopardizing your mental health, cut it. Cut off that person. Another thing is have work-life balance. Most people these days are busy chasing money, and they have forgotten about the issue or the thing of having that moment of just embracing life, having that meaning of life. And what is life? Life is family, life is society, life is interactions. Like, just don't be on the run chasing money. Also look about around the things that surround you. Plant that tree. Go listen to people speak, go to church, as in, enhance your spirituality. Like, yeah, just have that balance between work and life. Don't neglect your life part in the name of you're mature, you're looking for money. Life is too short. And second last is identify and address early signs. So, like, always listen to yourself. Beware of the early signs like irritability and sleep disturbances. If you're having insomnia, or you're sleeping too much, or you know and then you're having irritability, you're having maybe restlessness. If you're going to social places, your hands become sweaty and you just feel like, I'm struggling. Listen to yourself, and if those things are worsening, maybe you're trying to come up with a coping mechanism, but haifanyi kitu, so it's worsening, I will advise you to do is go seek therapy, or seek support from mental health professionals. And I know therapy is expensive, yeah, but we have organizations that offer therapy for free, or offer mental health services for free. You can check out online, you can organizations that do this for free, and they always have their numbers there, so you can call them and get that assistance. And lastly, learn stress management techniques. Learn how to manage your stresses, and you'll be good to go. Guys, that's all that I had. Hope you have learned something. Hope you've understood what I have talked about, and if you have any additional thing you can add there on the comment section. And guys, thank you so much for always tuning back once again. That's all that I had. Till next time. Bye bye.